Hey, Cactus crew, how you guys going? Oi, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm a little bit behind the ball. No, I'm behind. I'm behind like a snail. Last week I kind of dropped the ball and was a no-show on my channel, so I have to catch up. But I will be going over the whole gypsy mess. Well, not all of it, just what I can take. What I can handle because Katie's off her rocker again, losing her shit, spiraling over Gypsy. I've got the deleted post and then we'll go from there. Just gonna go through 2 Instagram posts, like the before and after, the deleted one and then the next one, and then we'll just move on to the question and answer thing that she did, like, with herself. It's always with herself, but that's how she gets out the information she needs to get out, which is reminding everyone of how close she is with KRISTY, Blanchard, and Gypsy, who are, if she is, like, I don't believe that she is, but if she is still friends with them, still in contact, blah, 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 then it's KRISTY playing Katie. Because I don't believe that Gypsy has fucking 3 hours to waste on the phone, No one, I mean, because that's what happened. Katie said that she was on the phone to Gypsy. They had a D&M and, they sorted all their shit out. Now it's good. They're back to being best buds again. I don't believe it. I'm calling bulldang. It's just a lot of show pony on Katie's part because that's what she is. That's all she's got is lies. Nothing is the truth. So, the carousel from hell, round and round and round we go. And God, she's bringing up Fancy again. And yeah, make sure you check out the links that I've got all in the description box below. But after the live, I'll put them in the pinned comment. They're my past Gypsy videos and the 2019 interview with Fancy that Katie did and revealed way too much about Katie. And I haven't looked, I mean, I've just saved her question and answer thing, but I've seen a little glimpse and I felt sick because, yes, she does bring up her son. Of course she does. That's the only thing she's got for the common thread to get into the Mean Girl group with the Blanchards. But yeah, like I did my live last year where Katie was it last year or this year? Might have been at New Year. I believe that Katie's, playing with fire with her friendship with the Blanchards because all they have to do is Google her name and all they have to do is look into what she claims about her son because it's not real. She has exaggerated everything with him, and I know because I looked into it. I've done the research, and also I share common disorders with her son because I was also born prem, and Katie is a substance abuser, an alcoholic, an addict. She has no time, no care for her son. He is, a burden on her, basically. But so that's why he ended up with the feeding tube because she doesn't have the time of day. But let's get into what she's going on about. Like I said, oh yeah, replay crew, make sure you check out the timestamps in the description box. The links are down there. Oops. You can follow me at It's Crystal Bill. And yeah, everything's my own opinion. Let's just get into it, shall we? I think we should. Goodness, it feels very weird being back. I feel like I've been gone for decades. Sorry for vanishing last week, but well, that's what happens. Katie's not my priority. Katie, I know everything is your priority, but yes, let's, I don't even know what. My brain just needs to breathe, taking a deep breath because there's a lot. There's too much. It's flooding my brain that there's more stuff coming out as I'm just trying to get what was covered last week. So I might even have to do a live tomorrow and Wednesday because I'm going away on Thursday, but I'll be back next week. But if the keeps flowing as it is, non-stop. I might have to do a live tomorrow because I do want to like react to the audio messages, the voice memos that have just sort of come out, where Katie sent voice memos to Kate Marie on TikTok. It's a whole other thing. Like, I don't know how to explain. It's just so weird because to avoid Katie, that's what I've been doing, like just hanging out in the like Gypsy Rose. It's not the snark group, it's the skeptic group. Anyway, that's when I came across like Kate Marie, or what's her name on TikTok. She's a survivor of MBP, Munchausen by proxy. And Gypsy has been bullying her and stealing her story. Why would Gypsy need to steal her story? Because there's so many holes in Gypsy's story. Because Gypsy is a liar. Gypsy is a manipulator. Gypsy is evil, in my opinion. Like, I don't, if I was Kim Kardashian, I don't know if I would have hugged her. Because, they also, we're going to get into that right now. God, when it's set up, I don't know what button to press. What? Maybe this one? This one? Yes. Okay. We'll start here because, this is the one that broke Katie. No, I'm done. I can't support this anymore. And the picture is Gypsy Rose and Kim Kardashian. But the video In Touch Weekly, whatever. Kim Kardashian meets Gypsy Rose after prison. Oh no, oh, that's really small. Can I zoom in? Oh, not too much. Okay. Oh, that's covering it. Why is it being annoying? Oh gosh, this always happens with me. Okay. Sorry guys, 1 second. It's just like, what the hell? This is what I think I need to do. Bring up this. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm having lots of trouble. There we go. I have stood by for 5 years, but I've reached the end of my journey. I have made my feelings known to the family. I made them clear in January. Profiting off murder is wrong. Becoming famous for murder is wrong. Setting up trust funds to bypass laws regarding profiting off crime is wrong. Where's your full stops, Paulson? Sorry. There is no advocacy here. Oh my God. Coming from you, that does not mean much because you claim to be an advocate when you have no advocate training. You do more harm to victims than helping them. You steal their stories rather than helping them. So shut the fuck up, Katie. And you really think Gypsy cares whether you support her or not? Like, who are you? You are no one of importance. There is only a quest for fame and money. In fact, one of the producers told them, E.T. quote fingers, go get your bag. They have been hyped up by Melissa Moore, who exploits crime victims and has made Gypsy and her family believe they are famous. Melissa believes Gypsy can get rich off this, according to what I was told. Well, according to what you were told, how many hearsays down the grapevine did you get the information? This is what it's all about. Oh, no, she didn't say that. This is what it's about. Money. Yes, look at those full stops now. Look at those full stops. Oh, no, she's not using them anymore. Gypsy was abused, but she is still a murderer. We know. Welcome to the real world, Paulson. Welcome to the new world. Oh, no. The real and new world. In fact, we had been there. Where am I? I have been clear about my concerns for months, but I just can't do this anymore. Well, Paulson, God, I don't know how you did it in the first place. All these lies. Gypsy isn't a bad person, but bad people in Hollywood are in her head. Oh. They believe anyone critical are haters. What the fuck are we reading here? This look. That's you, Katie. That's you. It is wrong to glorify murder. She was told to stay off social media, but she reopened her accounts. I can see your pulse and finger pointing. You are very mad. Too mad to use full stops. She is getting in fights with people on TikTok in comments. You could have worded that. Katie, you're so behind. Like, if I even know this before you, I'm the snail. I'm always behind the ball, you know? You know, investigative journalist, advocate woman should know this. That's all she's been doing on TikTok. That's all Gypsy does is just completely, she's a troll now. Because if her story was real and had legs, like it would stand on its own legs, you know? I fucked up how I'd say that, but you know, if her story was true, it would stand on its own legs and she wouldn't need to cut down other people, like sharing their story. It's almost like a liar would do. Katie, it reminds me a lot of you. Like Gypsy reminds me a lot of you. But, you know, at least she knows when to get cosmetic surgery, you know? Oh, that was low. That was low, Bill. She's getting in fights with people on TikTok in comments. She was told not to get involved with Ken during her divorce by her lawyer. She was told not to speak to the media. I found out a few weeks ago it is Gypsy that is leaking to tabloids. Well, duh, no one else is important, you know? No, that didn't make sense. It's all too much. Katie, you involve yourself. You make it too much for yourself. Like, oh, she continues. I just hope at some point they can see that fame and money is not the goal. Huh? Meeting Kim Kardashian and the red carpet fanfare is where I tap out. Dude, if you look at the picture of her meeting Kim, it was done when she was with Ryan because she still has her wedding ring on. She hasn't had her nose done. She also has her, you know, natural hair color. You're getting angry, what? Because you didn't know about it? But like I said, hearsay, hearsay, hearsay down the grapevine. No one's really interested in getting the word to you because who are you? No one of importance. I mean, you're not best mates with KRISTY. You might have known her for 5 years. Like she might have known of you for 5 years, but you're not friends. Like you don't know that, like you don't know relationships with people because you don't have any. Even your relationship with your husband is not that's not how it works. Yeah, like it's not a one-way street. All your friendships have been one-way streets. Lindsay, Amy, yeah, you know, Kristen Decker. Although I think that is a two-way street because I've seen her commenting on your stuff. Okay, let's continue. Meeting Kim K. Okay. Meeting Kim K is and the red carpet fanfare is where I tap out. Because this because this I because this was not what they said they wanted or that would happen. So you're mad at them because your expectations of what they said didn't happen. So what? I wish you would get control of your fucking emotions, you know? It's a bit too much. I think this is the end. I wish I wish them the best. Until I can see change and work that is beyond money and fame, this doesn't align with my platform in any capacity. Full stop. Oh, Katie. No one cares about you. Who are you? Like, even. Well, let's see. Guys, what do you think in the chat? That was a load of bull dang. I'm very confused. Well, I'm not really, because inside Katie's head, it only spins at one pace. Okay. Okay, now we'll go over to Katie's Instagram, her post that she did afterwards. Like, gosh. Look, I don't even know how long it was in between things. Everything was just happening so fast. Okay, so and, like, it happened in the same day, though. That's what I know. Like, she made the post about Kim K, and then it was, like, a few hours later, she made this post. I have archived my previous post about Gypsy Blanchard. Not because I still don't feel concerned or have issues with the way Lifetime is handling the situation, but because no matter what, my post came from a place of protection. What? If it was from a place of protection, it would have been more motherly, more understanding, not so, complete bitch. I'm tapping out. This is too much. I mean, gosh, hanging out with Kim K, you want fame, you want money, you don't want me anymore. Am I not important enough for you, Gypsy? You're reaching too high above my bar. Katie, no one wants you. I mean, are you at 400K yet? Taking a while. But Katie, you're just no one of importance. You're not someone worth fighting for as a friend. You are someone who they are using. You're very easily buttered up, like, it's easy to butter you up, make you feel good, so then you think that you are friends, but really they're just using you to get their story across. Because on TikTok, no one fucking believes them. And as they should, because we knew this was going to happen. She had her 15 minutes of fame. Yes, look at this celebrity. Yeah. But then you come down to earth and you realize the gravity of the situation and how limited time she had to heal in prison. Sorry, I get confused. So, and like for the 7 years that she was in prison, 3 of those years, was it 3 or 4? I need to refresh my brain. She was addicted to heroin. So that's like she's just trying to escape her demons kind of thing. Like, she's never had the chance to heal, probably doesn't think she needs to heal because Katie, she's like you. You've never gone to therapy. And you can tell by the words that you use. They're not words you use in therapy. They're not the words that you're taught to use because you stay in the negative because you enjoy the negative. I just think she's so I can't even look at her. Like, I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Stop looking at me. I need a Post-it or something. I can't read this. She's staring at me. Where did we go? Where did we end up? I want to be clear that Gypsy nor I want to be clear that Gypsy nor fuck. I want to be clear that KRISTY nor Gypsy manipulate or dictate my feelings about them. When I have a concern, I can always express my feelings to them. These are basically strangers, Katie. You don't know them. You don't know them. And I find it like scary how much Katie wants to be in their circle. Knowing like how much, but then she's dumb enough, you know, she is dumb enough to fall for everything. I stand firm. You don't stand. I stand firm that I don't like how Lifetime has handled her story. I don't believe the image they portray of her on socials gives the story the seriousness or care it deserves. Well, I guess you would know, wouldn't you? The care, you know, that you put into your Netflix shit. More like a smear campaign. Oh, you're just so got your head up your own ass, wearing the crown of your, you know? I'm not saying it because, God, the picture in my head right now. Gypsy is not, oh my gosh. Gypsy is not a perfect victim. I don't agree with the fact that she murdered DEEDEE. But the thing about Gypsy is that she doesn't believe she should have murdered her mum either. Oh God, you're just too dumb to understand all this, Katie. I don't have to support every decision that she makes to still want the best for her and her family. Gypsy is impulsive. She will tell you that herself. She also has trauma from her abuse and often reacts from a trauma response when she feels out of control. We don't need you to speak for her. You are no one in, like, this is disrespectful as fuck, Katie. You don't know them. You can't speak for her. You can't speak for her and her trauma. Shut the fuck up. Even if you are friends with her, that's still fucking disrespectful to talk about her trauma. I'm fucking serious, Katie. You need to do some advocacy training. What people tell you is not for you to go and tell others. When are you going to learn respect? When are you going to learn that there's boundaries? If you want to be believed that you are her friend, then you wouldn't be talking about her trauma because it's not your place and it's not your story to tell. Fuck you. And I'm not Gypsy, don't look at me and smile because I'm not on your side. I'm saying that for anyone that has gone through trauma. No one should be speaking about their trauma. Stop, Gypsy. Look, I'm going to put a post-it over your face. If you just keep smirking. She's giving me side eye. Oh, sorry, guys. She just really rubbed me one. She isn't an evil, horrible human. She is flawed, like we all are, except for me, because I'm bloody perfect. My concern for her that she, why can't you say my concern is for her? My concern for her is, okay. My concern for her is that she takes care of herself. Katie, have you seen, Katie's picture that she shared? We'll come across it. She looks sick, unwell. like running a fever, unwell. The infection is running through her whole body. And here she is telling Gypsy to take care of herself. I'm pretty sure Gypsy can take care of herself. You can't take care of yourself, Katie. Oh my God. I sometimes forget that she's under contract and has a massive network that is pushing all of this out. So much of what is posted on her social media is done by Lifetime. Gypsy and I had a very long talk today, and I was very, very open with her about my concerns. Katie. 3 hours, God, you know? Only you have 3 hours to spend on the phone with someone. Was it really her, or was it someone using an AI voice, you know? Did someone trick you, Katie? God, imagine if they just put you on speakerphone in the middle and everyone's just cracking up laughing at your desperation. Okay, you know, Gypsy, it's been a while since we spoke. Oh my God, how you going, hun? You know, sending my love. Best friends forever. Katie, how come you didn't write to Gypsy when she was in jail? Prison, sorry. I know, someone corrected me, so I have to get on the right word. Oh, what did she say? Gypsy and I had a very long talk today, and I was very, very open with her about my concerns. She heard them and agreed that she does need to take a step back. He's probably just telling you what you want to fucking hear to get you off the fucking phone. I will never pile on her. I will never hate her for her crime. I will support her taking care of herself and getting help. But what if she doesn't, Katie? What if she doesn't take care of herself? And what if she doesn't get help? Will you still support her? That's what friendship is. Like, you know, are you going to be there through all the dark times when they don't take your advice? No, because you're just a dictator. I don't want my friendship of 5 years with KRISTY to end over Lifetime's agenda. Such a weird way to write that. KRISTY isn't a bad person. Have we? Oh, no, sorry, it's KRISTY now. Before it was Gypsy. KRISTY isn't a bad person. She's a fierce, protective mum. I love your generics, like just your generic. You've got nothing else besides protective mum, fierce. What else you got there? Nothing. But my favorite thing about KRISTY is, about KRISTY and Gypsy is that I can tell them that I do not agree with. Why are you saying the same thing over and over? Katie, you've already said this way above. But my favorite thing about KRISTY and Gypsy is that I can tell them that I do not agree with what I am seeing and they don't get mad. They don't get mad to your face, probably talk about you behind your back. Just make sure you tell Katie, you know, play it cool, play it cool. Gypsy is not in violation of the terms of her parole. Lifetime is using her platforms for promotion. She is also allowed to be paid to share her life today because it has nothing to do with her crime. Gypsy will never convince the public who she is or who she is not. What? What does that mean? She's doing a pretty good job at convincing us, like, that she is full of shit and has to gang up and bully people and drag them. Like, she's not a very inviting person. She's got her defenses up. Why? Why would she have her defenses up? Why can't she be the advocate that she preaches to be? Like that she said, you know, day 2 out of jail. Sorry, prison. God, I'm shitting myself. Okay, now we're going to go over to Reddit. I'm going to skip one of them because there's a lot. So it's like, I'm just grateful for Reddit for grabbing them because I could not be bothered screenshotting everything. I've just been low vibration. That's the only thing I can say describes there's just so much going on in my city at the moment. And, you know, when life gets you down and you're meant to be covering Katie, but it's like, oh my God, that's Katie. I can't fucking cover Katie. She brings my mood down even more. Oh, so now we're just going to do this damn question and answer thing that she did with herself because that's all she's got. Oh, God, I don't want to do it. Can you do it? Someone else, Goose. You take over. Goose? Yep, here, I'm throwing the microphone at you. Let's just have a little break in between before I start the question and answer and just see what's going on in chat. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that she's back on TikTok. I have to go over there and have a look. Oh, I can't find a pen. Fuck my life. Just going to need to write down TikTok because I will forget. Oh, we should go over there. Maybe, well, tomorrow, I reckon. I'll probably have to do another live tomorrow. And then, you know, because otherwise we'll fall more behind. Yes, right, Ginger? Ginger says, KJ really does think she's some kind of role model for Gyps. Oh, Jip. I haven't said it out loud. That was my first time saying it out loud. It sounds weird. Yeah, she fully, like a second mother or something, or someone. She really thinks that she's someone Gypsy should listen to, but she's no one. If like Gypsy just looks at her channel, what good has Katie ever done? Like she's a bully. Okay, well, I'm just going to start. If we don't start, we'll never finish. Okay, so question. Surprised you haven't made vids on Micah and her pastor husband JP. Hang on, have I read this? Maybe I have. She has, hasn't she? I can't remember. It's like maybe I should only read the ones that are Gypsy because otherwise we might be here forever. That's what I'm going to do. I'll link this below so you can go and have a look at the ones that I miss, or go look at the ones that I cover and read it yourself because I know I am annoying. Okay. Did you get any backlash from Gypsy's family over your post? No, none. KRISTY was just worried and told me that she knew that I was coming from a good place. Oh no, from a place of love and protection. She was more worried about me than my post. Gypsy was hurt, but understood where I was coming from and didn't disagree with my concerns. I acted out of a place of wanting to protect her because I do not trust anything Kardashian. Okay, but if anyone, like, because the reason she met with Kim Kardashian, yes, the lawyer, was to try and help her friend, Gypsy's friend that is still in prison. So that was the reason. And maybe Kim can help her because, you know, Kim is the celebrity lawyer for low lives. But, you know, any kind of like, you know, just think of that other person that's in jail. Maybe this could help her. But yeah, Katie, for you to be worried about the Kardashians, what, you're worried now because, oh, now, only now you figured out the whole P. Diddy connection with the Corey Gamble stuff. Is that why? You have a lot to catch up on, Katie. Even you, confused about people using samples. Obviously, Toad's no DJ. What is something you wish people could better understand? Oh, we were going to skip ones about, that's just about cults. Kate Middleton. Oh my God, man. Kate Middleton, I feel like, holy shit. I feel so bad for her children watching their mum go through like cancer treatment. They're so young. And what Kate must be thinking as well, you know? Guys, I need someone to say, yes, that one's about Gypsy. That one's about DEEDEE. That one's not about, oh, here we go. Yes, the long paragraph one, of course. Is that crooked? That's crooked, isn't it? Her writing. If you can't see the screen, it's fine. I have a crooked eye, but I'm pretty sure that's crooked. What happened during your phone call with Gypsy? Yes, Katie, what happened? You know, you had to let us know, but can't tell you. That's private between friends, you know, but why bring it up? Because you need to, because it's all you've got. Lies is all you've got. Lie, lie, lie. Katie, you wouldn't even know the truth. Unless it was a lie about the truth. No, even then, no. That is crooked, because I'm just going to tilt my head. I'm going to tilt my head to read it. Like, Katie, that's what you do. Oh my God, sorry. But Katie's head is a lot more tilted now. So I feel like we might be twins. I don't tilt this way. You can't tilt the other way because then it doesn't work. I mean, I can't divulge our conversation. She listened to my concerns and I got a better temperature. What? I got a better temperature of where she's at. Was she hot? Was she warm? Was she cold? Give us that information at least. Gypsy isn't a character. It's very easy for people online to draw opinions of her life when they don't know her. That's you. That is you. I mean, I think people want to say that Gypsy is a master manipulator. But, Katie, do you know how to use that word and what that word means? She actually owns up to her shit and is honest to a fault. But you don't know. They could tell you stuff and say that's the truth, and you go, okay, well, that's your truth. But they could be lying. You don't know them, Katie. You don't know KRISTY and you don't know Gypsy. She's a criminal. She needs her story more than you need your little narrative to go, you know, how you get arky when people question you if that's the correct narrative of your life. Well, meet your mirror friend. Oh, I forgot where I am. And I straightened up my head, so hang on. Where am I? Oh my God. She's honest to a fault. I can say so much of what people believe about her are so wrong. She's just a person trying to figure out life and making mistakes. Yeah, Katie, she's lived more of a life than you have, you know? Oh, for God's sake. That's such a paragraph. Why did I get myself into this? Are you guys still there? What happened? I pressed a button. I guess this means we're actually in the thing now rather than just looking at it from the outside. Oh, where did I go? Oh, hang on. Does it continue? Oh, it continues. So we're still on the what happened during your phone call with Gypsy. Continuing on. Also, there is a weird chick on TikTok talking about Gypsy's microdeletion, claiming Gypsy had the symptoms listed on the website she found. Gypsy has never had seizures ever. She did not need a feeding tube and can eat on her own. So can your child. Your child did not need a feeding tube. and he can eat on his own, and he does eat on his own, and he eats food that is bad for his gastroparesis. You've got him eating gluten, processed food, sugar. Like, what the fuck? Yes, Katie, I'm coming for you. Wait on till I get through your paragraph. Oh my God. Look at you. You just know so much information. Oh, for God's sake. No, she does not have muscle weakness and never needed a wheelchair. Your son only needed the wheelchair until he had his heart surgery because he couldn't exert that much energy. He would get tired and lethargic, and that's what the wheelchair was for. But you have kept it going and going because you can claim it on your insurance and you need it as one of your props. I'm on to you, Katie. I'm on to you. I got gastroparesis too, Katie. I know. Also got spina bifida. Also born prem. So a bit more knowing here than you. Letting you know that. And I'm on to you. And your no balls. DD's excuse for the wheelchair changed from muscular dystrophy, which she didn't have, to paralysis. My word. Paralysis. Oh, you know what I'm trying to say. It's not coming out right. Which she didn't have. Gypsy was not allowed to walk around her house or play and forced to stay in the chair by DD. Gypsy doesn't have any cognitive delays and her IQ is normal and was tested in prison. I disagree, Katie, with all of that. The micro deletion, I'm pretty sure that she does have that and it's the reason why her face. Gosh, I don't want to speculate. I need to go and figure it out more for myself before I talk about it. But and she did show developmental delays in Mummy, Dead and Dearest. A lot of footage in that showed her just not, like Katie, your child, your son had developmental delays as well. I swear, I hate you, Katie. I hate that you've taken this high road, of you know everything about Gypsy, but you are no one. You're just a gossiper on the internet. You're as bad as Fancy, but I think Fancy is smarter than you. I think Fancy, I never thought I would. I think Fancy's got some facts. The medical records and stuff that Fancy has. We'll have to go into it. We'll have to do a whole other video and maybe I'll bring to the table what I've found and then we can talk about it because yeah, I'm just collecting info at the moment and haven't properly usually I like to go and research it and find out more information so I know the correct words to use and so I don't just sound like Katie. But apparently her dad also has the micro deletion. It's like a chromosome something. I'm just throwing words out there that I've read. But yeah, what I found was I don't know if I even knew this until I read it the other night, that her dad was 17 and DD was 27 when Gypsy was born. No wonder DD got away with doing so much because he was so young and wouldn't have been so clicked on to the evilness of the world and people out there that can abuse children. Oh gosh. I don't I've just got this weird feeling. Okay, have we finished? Oh, normal IQ. There's going to be a lot. There's so many. I don't think that's us. We're looking for Gypsy only. Otherwise, we are going to be here all week. Oh, that's changed. The annual question, do you think Anna will leave Josh? I can always hope so. Well, you can always hope so. You changed your tune a little bit there. It's always like, no, she's always going to stay. That's all she's ever known. She loves Josh. I feel so sorry for Anna. Okay. Oh, we do need bingo. Oh, yeah. Fucking shit balls. Fuck. This is the carousel from hell. Round and around and around we go. Katie needs to bring up her child now because it's the Katie show and tell show. That doesn't make sense, but one of the videos linked below is Katie's tour of the medical closet in her son's room where she hoards medical supplies, all for show and tell. That's all it is, because I'll also link the Tubey videos where she messes with his feeding tube, where she feeds him through bolus feeding, which should only be for experienced tube feeders, like, you know, if you've been tube fed for a while. But the way Katie does it, she feeds him too much and like makes him take the whole feed at once rather than like small feeds throughout the day, because that's inconvenient for Katie. He needs to take the meal when she's there, the whole thing. And so she what's the word I'm looking for? She overinflates his stomach. Like, she feeds him too much and his stomach can't take the load. So it blocks his airway and his lips turn blue. Katie writes about this. This is her admission. Every time she would feed him for a while, this happened for a whole year or something, his lips would turn blue, and that's when she knew she had to vent him. There's no reason that she would need to vent him if she fed him small portions. And venting is manually getting the gas out of his stomach. So you'd get a syringe and then hook it up to his stomach and then release the air. But it's so fucking painful for the patient, for V. But she doesn't care. She's in it for the thrill. The blue lips give her a rush, give her a story to tell as well. Also, the whole thing, like doing the whole venting thing, knowing it's causing her son pain. She enjoys that. This is all my own opinion, but it's come from reading all her articles, Dear Diary, Dear Mummy Dearest. The most evil person in the whole world is Katie, and what she's done to her child. Fuck. Okay, so the picture is nipple cream. So I extended breastfed my son until he was almost 4 years old. He was sick and nursing was on. He was sick and nursing was one thing, not on thing. One thing I could do to comfort him and help him. I am proud of our breastfeeding journey, and this cream was my go-to product. Katie's son was born 5 weeks prem. Then he was in the NICU at 3 months old with a brain injury, and he was on life support. And during that time, he was being fed through his nose, like a feeding tube through your nose. Then when he came home, he was on the bottle. For a normal child, it would be hard to go from bottle fed back to the breast. For a premature child that can't latch on, that has no motor skills, no muscles, she talks about this as being a reason why he couldn't eat and swallow. There's no chance in hell that she got her son from being bottle fed to back on the breast, latching on, full feeds. When Katie took what? I think she took like 6 weeks. I don't think it was even that long, maternity leave. And then she went back to work. V was at daycare from 6 weeks old up until he was 3.5 when Katie got fired from her job, the call center. And that was in February 2016. And then when she became his full-time caregiver and found that she had to feed him breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which daycare was doing that up until this point, and he was eating fine. But when Katie had to do it, it was too much effort. Her son wouldn't eat in the time frame that she wanted him to eat, wouldn't eat, and also, like, you know, it would take hours, too long. Also, she didn't care enough to make him the food for his age. It was what she was eating. So, like, the food is that's a whole nother thing. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this lie. This is a lie. You're not motherly. You don't care about your son, Katie. Also, during that time, like, she wrote about being on the verge of being an alcoholic, but there was no verge. The whole article is, I am an alcoholic and I'm raising my son and I'm hungover and I'm too hungover and I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes my son must look at me like I'm a zombie. Toad started making mead and they were drinking so much that he started making more and then they were drinking more. She wrote this. And this happened within that first 3.5 years when she thinks that she is breastfeeding her son. What a load of bulldang. Katie, you're lying and we know. So shut the fuck up. Your son deserves so much more than you gave him. Like, premature children are so, like, they need extra care, extra love, extra time, you know, patience. And that's something that someone in addiction, an alcoholic, simply doesn't have because their child will never be their priority. Online drama, drinking, pills, all come before her son. So you aren't Miss Motherly Love with your nipple cream and all that crap. So sit down. Next. Fuck. Sorry, guys. I'm all up in my heart is in my throat now. I don't want to cry. But, like, she makes me want to cry when she talks about being a mum because she is not. She's just so evil. Oh, good one, Goose. I like that. Actually, why has no one even brought that question up? Goose says, why doesn't anyone ask KJ the question if KRISTY is such a protective mama bear? Where was she when... Is everyone just calling her Jip Jip now? Where was I? I've totally missed the boat. Where was she when Gypsy was supposedly abused all these years? Exactly. I don't think KRISTY or Gypsy are genuine. And I think Katie's being played. But I mean, gosh, that's nothing new, is it? Okay, we are not here for Jesus. We'll come back one day for all these questions, maybe. Is it worth it? Oh my God. Oh, you brought another Natasha Denona palette, did you, Katie? Why don't you tag her in your looks, you know? Why even buy this when you've got your staph infection, your hookworm infection going on? Your face... I want to read it, but, you know, I'm just leaving it there. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, I should I read these? No, we're not. This is what I wear. This is my makeup. We'll be back. We'll be back. How many pets do you have? No comment. Too many. Are you dumb? You just commented. You have 6 and they're kept inside 24/7. 'Cause that's you. You're an animal abuser. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just, we're here for Gypsy. We can come back for this. Oh my gosh. If Gypsy gets her ish together, what? Would you consider supporting her again? Well, are you behind? This might be behind. First off, I always support Gypsy. Going to therapy, surrounding herself with family and friends that support her, and working on her physical and mental health. I always support her making mistakes and learning to do better. Huh? Oh no, did I read that wrong? What? I always support her making mistakes and learning to do better. I don't like being referred to as ish. Oh, I don't like her being referred to as ish. That's not, she didn't refer to her. She said it's her shit. I don't like her being referred to as ish. I hate that people dehumanize her in such a way. Even when I don't agree with her choices, I will never be one to pile on or to entertain people that are disrespectful or hateful to her. KRISTY is like a sister to me, and anyone that, holy shit, KRISTY is like a sister to you? I can't. Katie, you are so fucking desperate. You wouldn't even know what a sister relationship is. I mean, you got your mama, your Kristen Decker. Now you've got your KRISTY. Everyone's called KRISTY and Kristen. Now you've got your KRISTY, and she's your sister. Now you just need a brother. Well, you did have Uni, but he was more like a sister as well, wasn't he? With those shoulders. Well, I'm so glad that Uni is out of, like, he doesn't pop up anymore. Or maybe because I haven't been on Twitter for so long. Okay, have we finished? Okay, no, we haven't. KRISTY is like a sister to me. And anyone that disrespects her kids will hear from me. Well, I bet you'll be right in their DMs with your pointing finger. Oh, God, I'm so out of the loop. I should be watching. I haven't even seen Jurassic 3. Is it 3? No, not 3. 3 is the good one. Jurassic World I haven't seen. But I mean, yeah. I don't want to be scared anymore. Okay. Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out my life and having a little break. Chat, I'm coming up for air. This is just ridiculous. This is Katie's delusions. They're like sisters. Oh, yeah, Amy could be her aunt. Oh, and don't forget Deanna. I saw that Deanna and Kristen Decker both commented on the Happy Mother's Day post that Katie did that I didn't cover. I don't know where I've been. I think I've been gone for longer than a week. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, she's in the cupboard. She's in her son's room in the cupboard of the fucking medical supplies. We're doing this again, are we, Katie? Last time she did it in the video that's linked below, she was hungover as fuck. Like literal snot in her hair that had made it stiff. Yeah, it was something about Mary gone crazy. Like, ugh. And she was wiping her hands on everything, wiping her nose on her snot, picking up the hormone injections, because every day her son has to have hormone injection because he has panhypopituartrism, which like his pituitary gland doesn't produce hormones. It's like Katie always says, oh, my son's autistic, but like that's not even one of his major diagnoses, you know? I said that wrong, but you know, like the panhypopituartrism, the hydrocephalus, are probably the two biggest ones because his body doesn't naturally create hormones. Even because he's got adrenal insufficiency, so his adrenal muscles, they don't even like create, they don't create cortisol naturally. So like he has to have that shot. Like if he's ever stressed out, he can't lower his stress levels by himself. It has to be done all manually, which annoys me because Katie and Toad have the ability to send him into a panic and elevate his stress levels. But then they also play God by giving him that cortisol shot. I've got all the terms mixed up, but here we go. Playing doctor. So this is me walking through my son's medical closet. Walking? You just open the doors. Today I was cleaning out the closet and organizing it, which is why it's a mess. And while I'm explaining, this is what a home should have if you have a child with a feeding tube and medical complexities. We have more than feeding issues. The closet is mostly feeding and asthma. We have 2 closets. Like how many times do you want to say closets? We have 2 closets filled with supplies, meds, and equipment. You should always have extra at home because fuck me dead. Are you fucking serious? You should always have extra at home because buttons can burst, stomas can close very quickly, and imperative that you change the button immediately. Button should be changed generally 1 to 2 months. Thanks, Dr. Paulson. You're alert today. Now tell us more about your son's feeding tube and, you know, why he eats stuff that he can't eat that would be causing him pain. No, you don't want to go into that? Oh, gosh. And here we go. This is fucked, man. This is just fucked. This is fucked. I can't even read what it says. How do I get closer? Oh, sorry. I've got to go closer and it won't. No, it won't. Everything else gets bigger except what I want. Okay, an entire something walls in our walk-in pantry is dedicated to our son's equipment and food. Yes, Katie has never once brought a meal for her son. The government does. She doesn't have to worry about she doesn't buy any medical stuff for her son, and the government pays for it all. She doesn't have to worry. And it's absolutely disgusting what she's done as well in the Tubey mum video, acting like she's an expert, taking her son off a formula that was nutrient rich in minerals and everything that's needed for a toddler's growing brain, takes him off that, puts him on a broth of 3 ingredients that has no nutritional value. And on the website of that Real Food Blends, it says not to be used as a full nutrition meal or whatever, you know? Oh, I'm just throwing out words now because I can't even make a sentence. I'm flooded with that we are here again. Gosh. I was so close to reaching out to Kate Marie on TikTok like, ask her if I could show her some of the things that worry me, that I believe that Katie has Munchausen by proxy. 100%, and I'm never gonna stop saying that because I've done the hard yakka, I've done the research, I've put the puzzle pieces together. I can see the picture, and it is evil because I understand addiction, because I was addicted to meth for 8 years, and I've been sober for 10 years, and I know what addiction does to a brain. I know how nothing else matters except getting that fix, and how much neglect happens to everything else. There's a reason why alcoholics, addicts shouldn't be parents. But imagine Katie, a narcissist, alcoholic, substance abuser. No time, no patience, no care for her child. She stole his story, made it her own. She took his illnesses, exaggerated it, made him seem like he is the worst off child, but he's not. Like, his developmental delays were all like related to being born pram, because I went through the exact same thing. But my mum never fucking told me that I was behind, that I wasn't measuring up. Like, I joke about that stuff now, like on stage, like a comedian. And I joke about like not being able to walk until I was 2, but I just, because the pram was too good. Who came up with walking? But, stuff like that. And my parents called me chicken because my stomach, like, because I don't have muscles that I can like hold my stomach in, so it sticks out, and comes from like spina bifida, like everything from my waist down. Like, I have no muscle tone, so I have stick legs and like a huge belly. And my dad called me chicken, and it fits. But I joke about that as well because, yeah, the penguin from Batman is my favorite. We are so similar. No. But then it all comes down to what you eat, and certain foods make your stomach stick out way more than, yeah. But Katie doesn't understand. Okay, sorry, I'm going to read it. I'm just tilting my head. I'm getting the gaze. Our son's equipment, food, and food. He has been tube fed since he was 3.5. Get it right, get it right. And will always need a tube due to paralyzed stomach. Oh my God. Gastroparesis is the delayed emptying of the stomach. Yes, it is due to not having the correct muscles in your stomach to properly digest the food. And it is basically like a paralyzed stomach. But that's why there's therapy. That's why you need to work with your child. No one wants their child on a feeding tube, but Katie wants her child on a feeding tube. From February 2016, when Katie lost her job, to when he got the feeding tube, and up until this point, like he's 3.5, up until this point, he was in daycare Monday to Friday all day. So he was getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner at daycare, and then Katie would bring him home and put him to bed. That also played into his cognitive delay because he was not getting that outside stimuli from his parents that he desperately needed. They didn't teach him like numbers, counting, shapes, colors, nothing. They relied on everyone else to do it for them. But yeah, so 4 months it took from February until, February, March, April, May, June. In June of 2016 is when he got the feeding tube put in. So Katie couldn't parent. She couldn't handle her son taking so long to eat. He wasn't eating what she wanted him to eat, but she wasn't actually preparing him the proper foods. She was trying to get him to eat like corn and grapes and nachos, like he's teething. It's ridiculous. All this stuff is in the videos I've done. I'll link them all below. But how can she? Well, she doesn't have self-awareness, so she doesn't know what she shared. But yeah, 4 months is all it took. Katie being a full-time parent, a paid caregiver to her son, 4 months, couldn't parent, couldn't get him to eat. He's going on a feeding tube. And she, to get him on the feeding tube, she had to get her son to the state of failure to thrive. And she shared the photos. And it's disgusting. She, like, her son go in 4 months from a healthy baby, healthy chubby baby, to skin and bones. Katie did that. That's what Katie did. You see the evilness? Well, you don't see it, but check out the videos because they're all down there. And it's a lot. It's too much. Because here we are, she's trying to, like, look at me, look at me, look at me. No, no. You want the attention. But I am looking at you, and I'm sure other people will be. Everything will blow up in karma will fix it. I have to trust that karma will fix it. Having a feeding tube is a lot of work, but it saves lives. And to think people like DEEDEE willingly put their child through the surgery, which is so painful, is horrific. We did everything we could to avoid the tube. No, you didn't. You said, your words and your actions are two different things. You want to preach that you gave him purees and all this. You never once gave him anything soft, anything, that he would be able to eat. You fed him choking food. You made your son fear food. That's how you got the feeding tube. Once he choked, he was never going to trust you again. But you never gave him any, you didn't even give him porridge or anything. You gave him nachos, corn, corn chips, hard corn chips to a child, a baby. And Katie never did anything. She would put the food on his high chair tray and sit back and film it. She was never hands-on, never taught. He would look at her and go he didn't know what to do because she wasn't teaching him. It's disgusting, man. It's just the amount of stuff she didn't teach him. And then she's like, well, my son can't do that because you didn't teach him, because you don't know. Okay. What's this? Oh, for God's sake, come and follow me on TikTok. Oh my God. We will have to check that out maybe tomorrow. Oh, she's going up. Oh, she's really going after Nina, isn't she? We might have to maybe jump on that, and help Nina out if she needs it. Maybe, does she need some snail power? We are here. We're coming. We're just a few days behind, but we're coming. Oh yeah, so they're just talking about Nina, who's covering Gypsy Rose on TikTok. Look, it's not what we're here for. Oh, I feel so angry. What is it? Okay, someone wrote, common sense wise, how in the world would Nina get text between Ken and KRISTY? Oh yeah, I haven't covered that, so it's not going to make sense but it probably will because you guys have already seen the videos. But no, we're not jumping ahead. We don't know. Okay. Why did Gypsy agree to do the Lifetime show? She wanted to tell her story. This second set of 8 episodes was required, and she completed the contract requirements. Everyone was speaking for her and she wanted to speak for herself. Imagine if Gypsy should have started a podcast. Oh, you and Gypsy, Katie. Ryan recently stated he won't speak ill of Gypsy, just the truth. What's that about? I can't stand Ryan. Gypsy will also not go after him publicly, but Ryan is really into fame and thinks he has fans. It's weird. It's honestly a reason many of us don't like him. Oh, many of us. Who are you? I felt he was there for the fame from day one of her prison release. He enjoyed it. Of course he's there for the fame. That's common sense. But like, Gypsy's after the fame too. Like, you just can't separate the two. Well, you can, but I don't feel sorry for Ryan because I saw a picture where like it had his full body, like he was standing, like they were standing together. I hadn't seen a full head to toe photo of them standing together. And my God, he's as big as Andrew, that used to go out with Amber. Like how tiny Amber used to be compared to Andrew in the shot. That's how it is with Ryan and Gypsy. I think she just settled for, like communication, like someone to be there for her. But at least his D was on fire for a bit, that kind of fame. Katie, you would never reach because no one would ever be saying that, whatever you gave them on it. Oof, ooh, yuck. Yeah, you would give them something else. Okay, sorry guys. I feel like I might have outdone myself. Are we done here? Okay, God. I just remember back when I was studying like criminology, we could one of the things we were doing like was writing to prisoners, and like someone in my class wrote to Gypsy, and I think I wrote to someone in solitary confinement because that's what I was doing my assignment on. But yeah, someone did it on Gypsy, and they were like passing she wrote back to everyone apparently. But you would, wouldn't you? Okay. Ryan recently stated he won't. Oh, have we been here? Ryan recently stated he won't speak ill of Gypsy, just the truth. What's that about? Ryan needs to just go away quietly and not make the divorce harder than it has to be. Katie, you're not in this relationship. You don't even have a relationship with your husband. You don't understand. The difference between Ryan and Ken is that Gypsy and Ken aren't filming their relationship. Ryan and Gypsy's marriage was filmed, and so much of their outings were for content. That creates a strange basis to form a relationship, because I would think it's hard to know what is real or for the show. With Ken, it's all real. There's no doubt he is there because he loves Gypsy. Katie, look at you, just so in the know. You know how it goes. You are the relationship person. You are in the know. Oh my God, it rhymed. Or did it rhyme and I just said the same thing twice? I don't know. I feel a bit hot and dizzy. Is Gypsy dealing with her supposed sociopath? Oh, I can never say this word. Sociopathy? Can we ever trust her? Gypsy is not diagnosed with any personality disorder and has a medical team. Thanks. Are you on the medical team, Paulson? Please let me know. I bet you are. Consultant. How do you feel about the way Gypsy Rose has bullied other survivors? Gypsy did not bully another survivor. She didn't even know that woman and never reported or copied her videos. Well, I just listened to before this. I listened to your audio messages to Kate Marie, and you're like, "Oh, did she copy your story? I don't know. You've got to let me know." So, Katie, you don't know. You've only just come back on TikTok to get in the know, but you are so far behind. I can't believe that I know more about what's going on TikTok than you. I can't believe that I know these people before you've come across, and now you just want to correct everything. And I say that because I'm always behind. Story of my life. Spirit animal is a snail. Garden snail, yes. I stood on one today. I know. Okay, are we done? No. Look at how just I can't. I need to come back to chat. Please take over chat. You can talk now. Oh, talking about the makeup. I still can't believe she's just even buying Natasha Denona. She's infecting that with her staff, like, every time she puts a brush back in there. Oh, okay. Can you imagine a Paulson reality show? My God. Oh, can you imagine a film crew going into that house and the stink? Because I believe Katie and Toad don't, like, they've drank so much that they can't smell. Why else would you have the kitty litter in your bedroom where her son sleeps as well? Yes, that's the environment that she puts her son in to make him sicker or to keep him sick. Who knows? Oh. Is Bree a credible source to follow too? Bree is friends with KRISTY and Gypsy. Come in. You can join our table at lunch. Come and hang out with us. We are the mean girls. Ooh. I've lost the plot. I really have lost the fucking plot. You would too if you're on this side. Guys, there's 2 more posts. Maybe I should come back tomorrow. Maybe I should take a break. I feel a little bit, a bit full. Just oh my God, okay. We've just got to continue on. Oh, how long has it been going for? God, over an hour. It's almost an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, should I finish this off tomorrow? I might have to. Or should I just go on a little bit more? I'm so sorry, guys, about I wanna get it finished, and so I rush through it, and then I just ignore chat, and I wanna I want to be the person that includes the chat because, I wanna grow and get to that stage where I can include you. 100%. Goose says, "I wish authorities would save V from the monsters holding him captive. I mean, we've all heard him scream how hungry he is. Young boys eat a lot, and KJ won't give him more than the 3." Yep, exactly, the 3 tap water slops tap water slop meals a day. Exactly, exactly. Oh, and then the animals as well, because there's 2 animal 2 animals, 2 rescued coonhounds that have trauma backgrounds, and then 4 cats locked in the house 24/7 because, they are too drunk to get a proper fence or to train their dogs, put in the hard yakka and train their dogs. They'd rather just put Sweetie, the ex-puppy mill pup, on a yard chain every time she goes out the back. That is fucking disgusting, isn't it? You rescue a dog that grew up in a puppy mill and you chain her every time she goes outside. Breaks my heart. Breaks my fucking heart. But Katie has retold their trauma stories over and over, and she smiles. She gets giddy. She's excited to tell the story of how much harm, how much pain Sweetie went through. Okay, well, just ask me a question. No, you ask yourself, okay? One night only, Gypsy Rose case conspiracy questions will be answered. What? One night only for you, Katie. Oh my God, guys, look at the novel that's coming up. Oh, what? No. No one asked you a question. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, maybe I'll just do one. Oh. Okay, well. Oh, okay. Okay, what does it say? I wanna be clear with everyone. I'm not someone that can be easily manipulated. Have we been here? Did I read this? I think I might have just read this. Yes, and it's gonna get us off the track. It's gonna get us off from reading this. Oh, no, I don't think. No, I got excited. It's just the same thing. It's not the same post. I want to be clear with everyone. I'm not someone that can be easily manipulated. Tell that to Swanson. Tell that to Melanie Wilking. You are everyone's mouthpiece because you can't think for yourself because you're so desperate for people to need you. Yep. And that's what makes you easily manipulative. No, easy to manipulate. Yes. It doesn't even matter what you say because you're not self-aware. You got no idea. I do not take what I hear at face value. I seek outside confirmation. The reason I can be friends with KRISTY and Gypsy is because they haven't lied to me. You wouldn't know. You would not know if they have lied to you or not. How do I know that? Because you don't know them. Full stop. You don't know them. You haven't been around them personally in person. You just know them over the internet. And it's so easy to manipulate and lie to people on the net. I mean, you do it every fucking day. Jesus, Katie. We don't need you to tell us that all these lies, that you have self-awareness and you know when people are lying to you because you don't. You lie to yourself every day and you're not even aware that that is happening. The reason I can be friends with KRISTY and Gypsy is because they haven't lied to me. They will provide any proof I need for any baseless claims thrown at me. Huh? Hang on, what? They will provide any proof I need for any baseless claims thrown at me and have gotten to know them outside of this public bullshit. I was around when literally no one cared about them. Gypsy was still in prison. The public had no vested. Did you mean no invested interest? In Gypsy, I didn't join a story when it became a hot topic. She did. You got involved around the time she got engaged to Ken. And that's when, Fancy fell out with Gypsy. And then Fancy interviewed you, and that's when you came along. That's when you, that's the only time. So Fancy was more involved before you. And then Fancy comes around and, does that interview with you, which is linked below. And then what? Then you just became best friends with KRISTY. Best friends. The friends. Okay, hang on. Have I read it all? Here we go. I didn't join a story when it became a hot topic. When I say that Nick Goldie-John is evil, is it Goldie-John? I just feel like that's the way it should be said. When I say Nick is evil, it's because he is. I have 6. Oh, is that 6 or 5? Sorry, 5. I have 5 years of experience with his behavior. What? No, you don't. You don't know Nick. Guys, what the fuck is going on here? I have 5 years of experience with his behavior and the pain he inflicts on so many women. No, you don't. Katie, I reckon you should go visit him in jail. Get that interview. Get out of the house. Surely you make enough money to just get on a plane and fly, but then, yeah, it would become obvious that you're suffering from some kind of addiction because you're neglecting your face. Gypsy was paroled because she demonstrated her commitment to the program, learning and bettering herself while incarcerated. She has an extremely low possibility of reoffend. How do you know that? Extremely low. You are such a bullshitter, man. She has an extremely low possibility of reoffending and is incredibly remorseful for her crimes. She didn't have to convince the public, she had to convince a parole board that she had many in her family standing by her side, including DeeDee's nephew, who wrote a letter in support of her release. This gets smaller and smaller. Is it getting smaller or am I tripping? Because it just reminds me of like reading the rules of Willy Wonka. It just goes smaller and smaller, and then you can't read the fine print. I looked up. I don't know where I am. She had many in her family standing by her side, including DeeDee's nephew, who wrote a letter in support of her release. She has reunited with many in her mum's extended family, and many of her cousins understand what happened, and many feel guilt that they didn't help her get out before it was to what? Before it got to this. Okay, Paulson. I thought this was questions. This is just answers, isn't it? This is just statements. I was no one. You still are. You still are no one. Maybe if you've gone and sought out education, getting advocate training, better understanding your education in journalism, maybe gone and done some courses, then you would be someone. Then you would be someone. But your Spanish degree and who you are is no importance here. You know? You are still no one. Like, what are you going to have when your YouTube career ends? Nothing. Because you are no one. I was no one when I met KRISTY. I had 4,500 subscribers. My channel and I I had 4,500 subscribers. My channel was brand new. And I was still the primary caregiver of my son. So my channel was not my full-time job. I'm pretty sure it was 2019 that you sat back in that chair and you said, "Hold up. I make way more money than what my husband's income and my income when I worked combined." Yes, Mrs. Gloaty. That was 2019. That was blonde hair sitting in your drinking chair. You know? So I reached out because I had empathy. No, you didn't. You had the word empathy rolling around in your head that you were going to use that word. I reached out because I had empathy for the abused. What? For what? You mean, yeah, you missed what? For the abused endured, I could share my experience with raising a medically complex. Oh, it's complex now. It's complex now. I want to tap you on the shoulder and say, well done, because it was fragile for a while. And if you Google medically fragile child, go on, go do it. No, but don't do it now, but do it after the stream. Yeah, you'll see what a medically fragile child is, but then you'll also see Katie's son in amongst those pictures, running around outside, doing stuff. While medically fragile children are children that are bedridden, that don't have a voice, they can't eat on their own, like they're fully dependent on their mum or their parent, their caregiver. Their parents have never heard their child say mum, never heard their child say anything. But Katie puts her child in that category and has for years. But now it's medically complex because that better fits because he has multiple disorders. But yeah, he's not fragile. This helped KRISTY better understand what Gypsy went through. What? I could share my experience with raising. You didn't raise him, you neglected him. The feeding tube has done more of raising your child than you have. You aren't hands-on, you don't. I mean, we watched that video and Toad is screaming at V and you're not reacting. You're not even flinching. You don't care. You have no reaction when your son cries for you. Complete blank. More concerned about what people on the IG Live might be thinking, because we're not out of our minds, drunk, sloshed. We're actually taking in what's happening in front of us and we can't believe it. But, it wasn't Katie's night to put him to bed. This helped KRISTY better understand what Gypsy went through. This has helped Gypsy realise the way her mum managed her feeding tube was not only abusive but contributed to her ongoing pain. DEEDEE abused her in ways that made me sick because I know how to care for a feeding button. The way DEEDEE cared for Gypsy's button, stoma and feedings is no less than torture. Yes, because it can become very, like, the hole where the feeding tube goes in, it can become infected real easy. I'm sure Katie's been top notch on it and caused her son no pain. Mother of the fucking year. Fuck off, Katie. You are tiptoeing around people that can so easily Google your name and find out what you've done to your child. It's not the narrative that you want everyone to believe, but you've got no self-awareness. So you could share images and put your little narrative next to it, but people who aren't riddled with addiction, that can see it clear as fucking day, can see child abuse has happened in this house. Child neglect has happened in this house. Medical abuse to a child has happened in this house. I mean, fuck, the screen feeding. Changed your child's cognitive development as well. Got him addicted to that screen. And then she was like, I wonder why he's not eating. Well, he's eating because he's feeding his addiction by his eyes popping out of his head with that screen so close to his face. A screen that he shouldn't have because the magnetics in his hydrocephalus, the shunt that drains the cerebral fluid, that can malfunction. The settings can go off by the magnets in the iPad that her son is glued to. As long as she's glued to the net, 16 out of 24 hours a day. DEEDEE never changed Gypsy's button and left it in for 6 months at a time. She never changed the button at home and never had supplies to change at home. No emergency buttons, which is dangerous. She taped gauze to Gypsy's stomach and left it on for days, which is unsanitary. You can't talk about fucking unsanitary. Your pillows in your bed are yellow. You don't wash your sheets. You don't wash your face. You've got a staph infection. You've got fucking hookworm, lava, migrating all around your eyes. You don't know what's going on, man. How dirty and filthy your bedroom is with that kitty litter. You keep the kitty litter in there. You might not have the ability to smell, but your son can. All those animals can. The 4 cats that you lock up in cages at night can. I bet they're pissing in the cages too, because the unsanitary environment and the stress that you create is fucking disgusting. You're the reason your son is sick. Oh my God, Katie, I hate I'm so much better than DEEDEE because I clean the stomas for my son. I've got those little buttons. I touch them with my staff fingers. With no self-awareness, you don't know that you are worse than DEEDEE. In my opinion, I believe you are. You looked up the benefits and then you made whatever you needed to get those benefits match your child. You didn't do it the other way around. You did it benefits first, and then let's match that to my child, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Which is unsanitary and will cause severe skin irritations, which Gypsy dealt with for years. DEEDEE dumped medicine she called chemo into Gypsy's tube, and to this day they have no clue what she was drugged with. Gypsy never had an oncologist treating her for cancer, but DEEDEE made Gypsy and everyone else believe Gypsy was dying from leukemia. I thought this was a question and answer. Gypsy dealt with persistent infections and painful granulomas at her stoma due to DEEDEE's horrific treatment. Katie's son had untreated and undiagnosed hydrocephalus that was acquired through the brain injury that he suffered at 3 months old, which that's when he got the PANHYPOPITUARTRISM diagnosis, because his pituitary gland was damaged in the brain injury. And then from that, he acquired hydrocephalus, but I believe Katie was questioned at 3 months because, if she had a hand in the results, what was going on. I'm tiptoeing around it because I don't want to say it, because every time I say it, I feel, I don't want it to be real. Anyway, yeah, they acquired hydrocephalus. But yeah, so between that 3.5 years up until when Katie got fired, and Katie's saying that she breastfed her son for 4 years or that, yeah, no. They, like I said, they were drinking, they were getting drunk. They turned to drinking to cope with having a medically fragile child that they weren't prepared for, because they're two alcoholics. They're still alcoholics, and so that's what they did, and neglected their son. So he would go to daycare Monday to Friday all day, and then Katie would pick him up and put him straight to bed. I believe she barely looked at him, because within that time his head was growing and growing, and everything that she writes about, ear infections, asthma, constant ear infections, like 8 in 2 months, very lethargic, throwing up, all of them are hydrocephalus symptoms. But she was using telehealth, which is what she does, and throwing out, my son's got RSV, my son's got ear infection, fixing it, but not actually knowing what's causing it. And it went on for ages and ages until he, he went in to get something, I can't remember. I need the timeline. He went to get, I think it was around the time, maybe the feeding tube. He saw like a doctor between 3.5 and 4.5, and that's when they found out he had hydrocephalus. He still had the hydrocephalus untreated when he was diagnosed with autism, but I do believe he's still on the spectrum, just because the spina bifida and the hydrocephalus as well. But they all play into it. But I'm getting off track. I'm lost in all this. Oh man. I just feel so sick all of a sudden and very dizzy. So I might have outdone myself. Chat, I'm sorry. I have fully, and there's more V stuff, and I do want to talk about it, but I feel dizzy right now, and we are at 1:45. I don't want to do a 2-hour stream because I don't want to put you guys through that. I mean, that would be horror, wouldn't it? Just sitting there listening to my voice for 2 hours. I appreciate everyone here that is with me right now and checking this out. We have to get up to speed because there's so much more that has come out since this. But yeah, I think I might make the call. to do it. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. I don't usually go live on Tuesdays. I usually do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But since I'm going to go away at the end of this week, I'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll get all this done and we'll get through it. But yeah, I've linked everything down below. So make sure you check out those videos, and I'll put them in the pinned comment as well. I think I might make a playlist with just all V stuff. I haven't done that. I don't know why I haven't done that. Oh gosh. Yes, and exactly, Goose. Reminder that she even let him suffer. Well, this is what Goose says. KJ let her boy suffer in pain for 3 days with migraines, puking, and yeah, she was too addicted to the online antics, and then gave him the iPad immediately after getting his magnetic shunt fixed. Yes. As soon as they got discharged, iPad straight away. Because he can't live without it because he's addicted. And screen addiction in children is up there with like cocaine addiction. It's insane how much the screen addiction would have drastically changed the way his brain developed. Gosh. And then, yeah, Katie's raising her child to be, I believe she's raising her child to be groomed. He's going to seek out what he's not getting from his parents. He's going to seek that out online. Someone is going to validate him and give him the time of day that his parents have never given him. And it's not going to be a good person on the other end of that. It's disgusting. Even in that interview with Fancy, where the infamous line talks about how her son could be easily manipulated into murdering because he's autistic. I'm like, no, what, like, when is Katie going to, like, parents have a hand in how their kids are raised. Are you going to raise your child? She's raising her child to be fully dependent on her. She never wants him to be independent. If she loses him to, being independent, goes off, gets his own job, whatever, she loses his story. She loses all the benefits that she has gotten from everything that she's put him on. She loses, basically, she's nothing without him. Her story is all she's got. That's her shield, her pity party, victim card. I would never be so evil. I'm a mother of a medically fragile child. How dare you accuse me of that? No, sorry. But it's so, like, she's so, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't even think. Like, she's just so bold that she's not even scared that the people that know about Munchausen by proxy, that are covering Gypsy and all this, will one day look her up and see reality and see what she's done to her child, because it's not good. She is her son's biggest disability. Hands down, man. And Without a Crystal articles are all there, and I'll link them below as well, because it's Dear Diary, Dear Mummy Dearest kind of stuff. Oh, Llama Girl, how are you going? Oh, how have you kept up with all this? Oh my gosh. I took a week off. No, I didn't really take a week off. I was just staring at the wall, but I would rather stare at the wall than cover Katie. That's where I was last week. I was not in a good spot. But, when you would rather stare at a wall. Oh, Shannon. Oh, you caught alive. Well, you caught the end. Hopefully you didn't catch the end, but if you did, that's cool. Oh, and you know what? Like, as I've wasted time covering this, more stuff is being posted. I mean, hang on, what's the date? Is it the 29th yet? It's tomorrow. I know lots of people won't be watching The Devil I keep going The Devil Wears Prada. No, The Devil Wears Paulson. Dancing for the Devil Paulson. But yeah, Dancing for the Devil. I'm actually interested. I want to watch it. Just so I can see how much Katie is involved. And I really don't think she's involved at all very much. I don't know. But anyway, I hope that she's best buddies with Wilma for life. Two predators riding in their pea pod. Oh, guys, well, give this video a like, give it a share. If I missed you in chat, you can like comment. If I missed a comment or something, and you really want me to like see it, comment below, leave it in the comments, like tag me, and then yeah, I'll definitely see it. Sorry I missed stuff in the chat. I really need to like figure out, like I go into survival mode. I go into this mode where I'm like, look, let's just get this done. And I'm like, no, because what fun is it not including the chat? Like, come on, you're here and I'm just ignoring you. But thank God for Goose and TK. I'm pretty sure like you guys had a lot to say. I will work on it. I need to get myself out of the survival mode mindset. Like it just automatically takes over. Oh, you marked your calendar? Oh, yeah. And is it the 27th though there for you now? It's because it won't be coming out on the 29th for me. I'm thinking it will be the 30th for me if it comes out on the 29th in America. Yes, it's annoying being 13 hours ahead of Katie. Like not even. Oh, Llama, are you ahead or behind? Oh, not that I. Well, no, yeah, my brother's in London. They're 7 hours behind me, which would still put them in front of America, wouldn't it? Because, yeah, 13 hours ahead is kind of, it messes, the dates are kind of wrong on some of the stuff that I save of Katie's, but it's all good. We all understand. Close enough. Okay, guys, I'm going to love ya and leave ya, and I'll see you tomorrow because we are going to do this and we are going to finish it. And, you know, now I'm back on the mic. Let's just continue. No more breaks. And then I will never drop the ball again. Oh, man. I feel better. Even though I had to read all that stuff, I think just the energy of the Cactus crew hanging out and me ignoring you. Oh, God, there's so much shit. I feel like we didn't even make it far at all. But there'll be more tomorrow. So I hope you come back tomorrow and tune in. And then, yeah, we'll do Wednesday as well. But yeah, it's. Oh, you're behind as well? Oh, you're ahead of KJ by 6. Oh, 6 hours. I like that. That's good. That's a good time. 13 hours ahead is a bit of a head mess around, because it's more than a day. Okay, guys, I'm going to go and figure all this. Oh, well, I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, go have a good day, rest of your day. And we will still be behind, but I will catch you tomorrow. So prepare for more. And I'll try and include you. I'll write it down, okay? Oh, I'm going to end it today, though, with a Aussie slang word of the day. Here it is. I've actually got one in my mouth right now. Chewies. Yes. Do you know what chewies are? Well, they're chewing gum. But yeah, when I say chewies, like everyone's like, what? What are chewies? It sounds like a dog toy or something, you know? Just give me a chewy. But yeah, no, chewies. I'm pretty sure the UK say that chewies as well. I'm not sure. Llama Girl will know. But in America, it's just gum, isn't it? Gum or chewing gum. Everything's short. We shorten everything over here. So chewies. Make sure you put that down. Make a list. If you ever end up down under, then you will understand what everyone is saying because we don't talk normal language. Oh, yeah. So it is just gum. Oh, you don't say chewies. Oh, well, there goes my not going to fit in London. I'll have to look it up. Do you just call it gum? You probably just call it gum. God, Aussies are weird, aren't they? Okay, guys. Oi, have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Take 2.